Since the assumption of office in 2015 as a Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai has used these two pillars to revolutionize the Nigerian Army. General Buratai came on board at a time when the Nigerian Army was seeking for direction to enable it resolve the troubling security challenges confronting the country as a nation, to restore the missing pride of an institution that was regarded as the pride of the nation. The Nigerian Army's helmsman, with a clear understanding of challenges facing the nation and the Nigerian Army, came out with a new plan and vision for the Nigerian Army, aimed at building a professionally responsive army in the discharge of its constitutional roles. As a man not satisfied with what he met on ground, General Buratai reorganized and restructured the existing architecture of the entire Nigerian Army. His new vision for the Nigerian Army can be said to have repositioned the Army to its status that many today would say is indeed the pride of the nation. One of the critical new innovations of General Buratai was the creation of the Nigerian Army Women's Corps in March 2018. This was majorly to cater for the increasing size of women in the army, as is in some developed armies of the world. A committee was immediately set up, headed by Brigadier General Priye B. Fakroga, to look into meeting the varying needs of female officers and soldiers with the intention of making them more professionally positioned to the standard of their counterparts in developed countries.
The essence of this Women Corps, a gap was found in terms of the discipline and regimentation of the female officers and soldiers. There was a gap, and there was this narrative that most of the female soldiers were not very disciplined in terms of their mode of dressing, their hairstyles and everything. And so my committee was formed and we had to go into it properly. And we now discovered actually there is a gap. And then how do we close this gap? And so what we did was that there were so many options on the table. We said, okay, let's have a directorate for women. And people said, it's going to be Directorate of Women Affairs? No, it doesn't sound military. And because of the issues involved, we said no. If we take a directorate, it's going to be a stopgap measure. Now, the best option we now had was let us have a corps where it will be elaborate, it will be big, and it will be a platform to handle issues pertaining to female officers and soldiers. And again, the population of Nigerian officers and soldiers is quite on the high side. And the President, Chief of Army Staff, kudos to him, Lieutenant General T.Y. Buratai, felt there was a need then for us to have this the corps, and he gave his go-ahead, and I was chosen to go to Sri Lanka to study how, because in all our research, the advanced countries have jettisoned the idea of a women's corps, because as far as they are concerned, their women have got to a stage where they compete favorably with men. But from this part of the world we come from, we are still like a child crawling. We have not, our women officers have not got to that level of professionalism. So we said, okay, let's have this corps.
The birth of the Nigerian Women Army's Corps in March 9, 2018 was an opportunity to reposition the women for employment and deployment, knowing their capabilities, and also a platform that will enable them showcase their talent.
I know the physiology of women. Those that are between the age of 18 that have come into the army up to 35, they are still very good as far as physical stamina is concerned and endurance. So we said, okay, let us do this. So my committee, we came up with three-pronged approach. The short one term was between March 2018 to December 2019. This is when the Women Corps will be established. Activities will take place. One of the activities included establishing the first Special Women Operations Battalion.
The Corps has a vision to provide competent female officers and soldiers poised to take effective action in support of all Nigerian Army operational engagements.
The basic essence of this Corps, there are three words: repositioning the women for employment and deployment, knowing exactly their capabilities, and it's going to be a platform for the women to showcase their skills and talents. And it will interest you to know that there are some women that are very gifted. Even in their physique, you see them, you will not know the difference, is this a man or a woman? And we felt, do we allow them to waste those talents? Said no.
The Nigerian Army Women Corps is here to bring a change, to set a difference, to bring different things, to give the women chance to have their rights. So with this call, I'm happy to be in this call to also make people out there, to encourage them, tell them more. Because out there, people out there will be like, what is it like? So many people have been calling me, what is the call like? How is it like? We've been hearing different things about this call. How is it like? I've learned a lot. I've seen changes, and by God's grace, we'll see a lot of changes.
As the slogan of the Corps goes, believe in yourself. What a man can do, a woman can do better.
Believe in yourself! What a man can do, a woman can do better! Go, sir!
The first Special Women Battalion was established to, among other things, to fully engage women officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army to make them tactically ready for any task as their male counterparts.
The women are in the army, but they were just medical S&Ts. But this time around, the women are all over. We have drivers who can drive from here to Lagos to Maiduguri. We have women who knows the knowledge of the rifle very well, that they can blindfold their eyes and assemble the rifle. Not just that. We have women that when it comes to IS, internal security, within where they are or outside where they are, they can play it better. And this has given women the ability to really bring out the good out of them, even if at little time given to them. The One Women Special Operational Battalion was formed on the 19th of February by the able Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Yusuf Buratai. The aim of it is for women to be administered properly. And again, for women who are professionals in this job to really play their role as women. And this corps will benefit women to fit in right where they could do better. Earlier than now, even if a woman knows how to do it well, they keep saying she's a woman. But now she has a platform that she can come up and do the best she can for her to be recognized for what she can do well. And this battalion has given women the room to really exercise what we call the right of a woman in her own position as a military woman. She's combat, she's SF, she does all the things the men do earlier than now, but this time she has a way to do it better than the men. And again, this battalion has given women the room to identify themselves wherever they are within the army to help each other in terms of operational, internal security. Anywhere the vulnerable is, these women are willing to see them out, especially women and children.
Female soldiers that have distinct themselves to be a paratrooper. And that's where we showed it. Two of them came down from the aircraft in Mongono right in front of Mr. President. And everybody saw that. So that's why I said our slogan, believe in yourself, what a man can do, a woman can do better. That doesn't mean that even the first female jumper of the Nigerian Army today is one of my staff officers here, is my SO2 Special Forces, Major in charge. He's here with me in my headquarters. Yes. We also have the first female APC driver, that's Armored Personnel Car driver. That one is in Zaria. Like I said, it's a win-win for women. We're just picking to put them together and then reposition them so that people can see that truly, what a man can do, a woman can also do very well.
We want to do our profession better the way that everyone will organize that we are SF, we can do it. Because we have a slogan, what a man can do,